That's why I was like, it has to be like a gold bar, right? But then that would be heavy.
Trust me. Anime waifus, 100%. That's the only reason why he would make that comment.
What's going on right now?
Just let it happen.
Hello, welcome to the Lost and Faded podcast, where we get faded and lost into our movie on film for the week. This week, Pulp Fiction, with me, Byron, and Angel, and Eli. Hey, welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Good to be back.
We're here for this classic movie, so sit back, roll up, and relax as we talk about this. Like and subscribe if you enjoy. As I roll up, we'll talk about the cast and stuff. I kind of want to start with Vincent, because I swear this guy's a fuck-up. He's plays by John Travolta.
Yeah. He does the famous, like,
Yeah.
and, like, it's iconic. I love it.
Which he did that because he was fucked up.
Like actually? It was
Yeah, like,
Not that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
he was vibing, though.
Yeah, he was throughout the whole movie. I was like, this dude's fucked up the entire time.
I don't think there's a single moment where he's like sane or sober, dude. This guy's fucked up.
I like the driving scene because he just looked like he was just chilling. Like, it was like not a care in the world, probably not a car on the road. And he's just going. I was like, man.
He was big vibing.
Yeah.
He was like, let me get fucked up before I take my boss's wife for a date.
Which is crazy. But
Oh, is that typical to take your boss's wife on a date?
No.
Yeah, there was a lot of sexual tension there, man.
There was.
and then it was also forbidden. So it was like, what are you doing?
Do I want to be loyal?
Yeah, there was like the whole conversation, which we'll get to the foot stuff later.
Yes.
Fucking Quentin Tarantino.
There's a lot of like conversations about what to do with the boss's wife and what not to do.
Right.
Because everyone was making fun of him taking her out.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you sure you want to do that?
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't.
Nah, you ain't catching me with the boss's wife.
I'll be like, I think
Definitely
I'm
not.
busy that weekend, actually. I think it's my mom's birthday.
I gotta go fold some dishes. I can't do it on that day. I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm just. No.
No. I ain't doing it.
You want me to go rob a bank or something? That's fine. I'm not doing this.
Oh, that just feels like they want you to get caught up in some shit.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like he stayed loyal until he fucked her up, but he stayed loyal.
But then let's talk about his opposite, his partner, Jules.
Oh,
Dude, he killed this role.
100%.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, this was like, I think his big role to start off, like, which he was in stuff before, but this was the one that kickstarted his career. Like, really.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he did do it. I was like, damn, it was like perfect. Yeah.
The Ezekiel monologue, insane.
Yeah. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? God. Damn.
So many things you can quote from that movie.
Oh,
You know?
Even this
It's like,
one scene,
Yeah.
you quote so much shit.
like if you could quote
What?
the whole thing.
what country is white? I don't know.
Man.
The poor college students, bro. Like,
Yeah, they were stressing too.
they were
They
stressed.
were like, what the fuck?
They got themselves into some shit that's on them.
Yeah.
What did they do?
I don't remember.
We'll talk about the briefcase, too.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta talk about that. But okay, so then we gotta talk about Butch. He is another main character, his own story. His dad was a veteran, and now he's a boxer. So he was dealing with the wrong people. How you feel about Bruce Willis's performance?
It's interesting to see Bruce Willis not in Die Hard. Because that's all I know him for is Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie, by the way. But it was very interesting to see him in like just young and in playing a different type of character. Yeah. So like I didn't like it at first, but I grew to like, okay, he actually kind of did this role right.
Yeah,
so
it's a fun role.
yeah,
I like when they take actors out of what they're used to playing and like put them in something new, something different. Quentin Tarantino does that with a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, which because like as an actor, you got to get out of the comfort zone. Like you find that role you're good at, like that's great. But you know, you got to do something else to switch it up. Make sure you still got it.
Yeah.
So
You know, can't be Jason Statham.
oh man,
He's still going with the same role.
Yep. I'd like to see him in like I don't know, something where he's like really funny, like a good comedy with him in there. I don't know. He could be fun.
I get what you're saying.
It's too serious.
All right, and then let's talk about Mia.
She's crazy.
She's a crack fiend. 100%. And like every 2 minutes, she's like snorting something. She finds a random bag of white powder and just immediately snorts it without like contemplating what the hell it even is.
That's true.
She doesn't even act or anything. He would probably like give her, or not have her snorted, but you know.
Well, at least she would have known what it was.
Yeah.
Nah,
She just automatically assumed and then just went for it.
her goofy ass just immediately snorts it. Like,
And it wasn't even like, oh, just like a little bit. Like, it was like, no, I'm going hard.
Yeah.
It was like, well,
Super
okay.
full in.
I'm not gonna lie. I immediately Googled like, can you snort heroin? Because the reaction that happened immediately, I thought she was dead. I'm like, she OD'd fast.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what would happen.
Bloody nose, foaming at the mouth.
And you're like, oh, this is bad. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Just pray you don't have John Travolta there to help you, because taking you to the weed dealer to help you out was kind of insane.
It was. I mean, it kind of worked, but why did he had that adrenaline shot just ready to go?
Fair. It was like in his room filled with a bunch of shit, but yeah, he just happened to have it, which is kind of odd.
That's a little weird, but it wouldn't doubt, I guess.
You gotta have that type of stuff. Be safe with your drug use.
That's fair. That's fair.
I finished rolling up so we could just get into the faded talk. Yo, how good was that first scene with Samuel L. Jackson? Even the car ride into them going into the apartment.
The philosophical talk. Like at first, like okay, so I've not seen Pulp Fiction before. This is my first time like going into it, and I didn't read the synopsis or anything. So I'm going into it. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
This whole philosophical debate, and then they start going into feet talk, and then after that, we have this beautiful scene where Samuel L. Jackson just kills it with his speech.
Yep.
Like absolutely beautifully done. Like I instantly fell in love with the character. Like you just love how cool, calm, and collected he is. And
He was taking control of that. The moment he grabbed that cheeseburger and took a bite of it, like, he's in control of this whole situation.
He's
he knew what he was
he's not
doing.
worried one bit.
No, he was like, let me finish this drink too.
He was taking his sweet time. Sweet time.
That's how you know your life was done, when he finished your drink for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well,
You ain't coming back from
I
that.
can't even get another sip, no.
I wanted that.
Hey, he's not gonna eat it anyway. At the end of it, he's gone. Dude. I think the one thing that they executed him. It could have been a simple bullet to the head. No, just from the front, from the back, they just kept shooting bullets.
I really do want to know what they were doing with that briefcase. Were they like holding off on giving it to him or some shit?
I would bet, like, knowing college kids, they probably found it and were like, oh, we know who's it, like, yo, if you want this shit, come grab it, give us like 10K, some shit. I don't know.
What's in the briefcase?
I don't know.
Anime waifus.
That's your briefcase, I guess. Weirdo.
It's very desirable. All right.
I get it. I get it.
They're wilding on this one. I feel like it's supposed to represent just like everyone's desires. It's like whatever you're looking into it, you see what you want type of shit.
I don't know, man. It looked like shiny gold.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it was gold.
It's whatever you want it to be. And I think Tarantino said that in the comment.
I feel like that a quote on what he said.
Yeah.
I think he wants it to be a mystery anyway.
That's kind of cool because anybody can watch this movie and they'll see the briefcase and they can just input any idea that they think that it could be. And that kind of
be like, money. I was like, it could be more than that. The dude was like, it's so beautiful. When he was saying that to money he robs every day.
That's why I was like, it has to be like a gold bar, right? But then that would be heavy.
trust me. Anime waifus, 100%. That's the only reason why he would make that comment.
What's going on right now?
Just let it happen.
I'm like, do I cut this?
You know, there's like 30% of people that are like,
Hey, that guy?
Yeah, right. You guys were chill out in those comments.
let us know.
All right.
I like how natural the dialogue feels in this movie.
It's that that chemistry between Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta, like just how natural feeling the conversation is that they have. It's smooth. It really is.
He knows that's his best like thing with his writing is his dialogue. He knows how to give you information through completely natural dialogue.
Yes.
Like, a lot of movies struggle with this. They either give you too much information, you're like, this isn't a regular conversation. Or it's like too much like a regular conversation where you're like, did I even need to listen to that?
Too much exposition.
He knows how to get it right in the sweet part.
Yeah, because he does it where it's like, it feels like it's just, you're watching just two buddies. Because that's what they are, right? Like, they're two guys that they go to work same time every day or whatever, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, like, how's it going, man? Like, they don't have, you know, like, regular, like, oh, how's the weather type? Like, no, you know, like, they're like, oh, you know what they call a cheeseburger in France? Like, you know, like, just
Royal cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's good. Like, you don't need that, but it's like, it helps with it, like, keep it flowing.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I like it.
Builds character, builds rapport, and like you love these characters from the start.
Yeah.
This goofy. You're supposed to be Hitman.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be Hitman, and having conversations like this.
Yeah, and like they're doing it, you know, but it's like,
It's very relatable. I love it. I love it.
I like how he took a 3-year break in Amsterdam, and the first thing he came back to with that knowledge of burgers and shit out there.
Le Big Mac. Big Mac.
Vincent's a simple man.
Yeah, he is. And I think that the interesting thing is between that dichotomy between those two characters is that you see how that plays out through the entire movie between both of those characters. And that's beautiful. Like how clean that was, how smooth that how their stories began and how they end as well.
Yeah. Dude, Vincent is such a fuck up.
it is because, bro, what happened in that car? That was crazy. They had the one dude, he turned around and asked him a question. He's like, hey, man, can you pop? Oh, shit. I was like, bro,
Why are you holding the gun in your hand with the trigger finger on? When the dude's in the back, he doesn't have anything.
that was it. You need the trigger discipline.
This is a professional hitman.
He took a little break.
Professional 3 years break, and you can't have trigger discipline. That's insane. Yeah. What are your qualifications? I'm gonna need you to not do this job anymore. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because
Dude, like, no one saw that coming. The first time at all. Like, just.
everyone has to deal with it. The boss doesn't really care. He's just like, as long as I get the briefcase. But
Yeah.
this dude just like, he could have really fucked up everything.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
I felt bad for Samuel L. Jackson. That was his car, dude. He just fucked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Vincent would have fucked up that job. He was close to fucking out that job. He was close to fucking up with the boss's wife. And he fucked up on the butch shit.
He did. He definitely did. Like every single scene that he's always like fucking up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he took a break.
Yeah, I think so.
He was like, I gotta chill for a bit, and they're like, yeah, do that. And he came back. He was like, yeah, no, I'm good now. And they're like, are you sure? Like, yeah. Okay, we'll set you up. And it did not work out.
Take my fucking head. And then let's talk about his the date he went on with the boss's wife. Which there was this whole conversation that they had about the feet massages, where they were like, is it okay if someone gave your wife a foot massage?
No.
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 That's an intimate moment.
Yeah.
If you're going to like a spa
Yeah.
or something, you know, where like it's paying this
Paid
professional to do it, like, okay, sure. But like, oh, here's my goon. Like, he's gonna like, what are you talking about right
Here's
now?
my goon.
Like, nah.
We can't even use that word anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Goon is I mean, it
That
kind of
goon
works.
away from my wife.
Yeah, you just, that kind of works.
Just saying, like,
No, you're good.
no. But yeah, I guess collectively we agree it's that's not okay.
And it's a rumor, of course, that probably wasn't even true. I really don't want to know why he killed that guy.
Let's be honest, it probably was true. No one.
She was wilding like that?
Did you see how sexual tension between her and Vincent? I don't know, man.
You're right.
She forced Vincent to dance with her, and
She was getting closer, and he was like moving a little bit back.
yeah.
I think she did it because she knew there was no repercussions. Like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. He's fucking dead. Sure. Well, what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
The
They
code
came back.
privileges. That's about it. And then she was like, damn, that sucks.
She's like, I'll figure it out.
You know. So I don't know.
Thrown out the window for touching my feet. Dude, what is with this man and his feet fetishes? Oh my god, dude. Like at the very beginning of the movie, I'm like, let's count how many times the word feet gets mentioned, or how many times feet comes on the screen.
Was there any feet on the screen?
Like 3 times. They showed Uma Thurman's ankles when she was first introduced.
When she was dancing, she took her socks.
She took her socks off. Yeah, that's right. And you saw her feet. Several times. They were just slapping the ground, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
Slap to the ground. Got to get that grip, I
Get
guess.
those fucking dogs out of here, man. They ain't trying to see that. It's just...
There's people eating, you know, there's...
And we did have the whole conversation about foot massages, which maybe that was him trying to be like, hey, maybe it's okay if I give people feet massages.
He was trying to let the world know right then and there. This is fine.
This is fine.
I can massage your woman's feet. Trust me, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then, of course, the date goes completely horrible because she did that bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, there's a lot that went wrong.
why would you bring that with you? Like,
On the job. On the job.
you
Yeah.
did it before. I would hope that would be enough.
Well, I guess... No, like, he's dumb. He's really dumb.
Yeah, he's high like all the time. Like if you watch how he's like acting throughout the whole movie, he's fucking high.
Yeah.
And I think the scary part is that this all happens in a span of like one day. Cause like he's going like straight from the Marvin thing to the boss's wife. Oh no, not to the boss's wife. To go
like 2
get the
days.
drugs. It was it 2 days?
It was like 2 days.
Okay. Just because I was seeing him wearing the same suit, he looked raggedy the entire time.
It was the butch stuff was probably the next morning.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Cause after the breakfast scene,
And this dude puts the gun down outside of the place he's supposed to be for like watching over to go take a shit because he constantly has to do that throughout the movie also. Maybe it was just twice. I don't know. It was a few times
It's
to the bathroom.
at very inopportune moments. Basically, if you're on the job, don't do it. But
He was in there reading too. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
you have one job.
why didn't you take the gun with you to the bathroom?
you gotta have a bathroom gun. You gotta have a bathroom gun.
He just is hurt. Like,
But no, you got the newspaper.
Yeah.
Bad move.
Nah, he was fucking up.
God, dude,
Yeah.
he was.
How is it? How did he not die? How did he get that far? You know,
I
it's like what other jobs?
He took a break.
I think
It's like I got to chill.
I think that that's part of the running theme of the show, though. And I guess we'll talk about Jules' part a little bit later. But Jules was talking all about how divine intervention and luck and like how you need to take stock of your life. Vincent didn't do that. He got incredibly lucky with the wife. He got incredibly lucky with Marvin. And then his luck ran out.
And also, while this stuff is fucking up, he talks so much shit and says so much stuff. When the wolf was cleaning up and he was like, "Can I get a please?" I was like, "Bro, why are you even talking right now?
Yeah.
Oh, he came out there to help you.
Clean up your mess." Shake my head.
His luck finally ran out. His negligence, his ignorance, like he chose to ignore everything that happened that was bad as a result of him. And it ultimately concluded with Bruce in there with the Uzi shooting him up in the bathroom. What a great way to die. Shit in your ass and everything.
He had a rough 2 days.
It was like, damn, this is it, huh? Like,
You should have took your ass back to Amsterdam. Break was not long enough.
yeah. I mean, that's why you gotta learn. You gotta learn, but you didn't learn. Well, that is what it is, I guess.
Let's talk about Butch now. Because Butch's entire storyline's insane. First off, we first see him, he's in the bar talking to the boss, and the boss is like, "We need you to forfeit or like throw the fight." And he's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And he's like, he doesn't want to, but it's money.
Yeah,
should
it's like,
boss, yeah.
it's I think it's like the fighter idea where it's like you want to fight, you're not in it for the money. Like you're in it to fight, you're in it to win. You want to do that, and then you get offered that like, oh, drop in the third, round, whatever, and you're like, okay, like the right move is to, I think, just be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But then once you get in there, all that changes because now you got all the adrenaline and shit. So it's like,
He's like, "I don't need to forfeit this. I got this."
I also think that there was a similarity between like his background, his story of his father being a war hero, fucking war hero story, with shoving them watch up the asses and whatnot. I don't know, but like the symbolism there is that being a war hero is supposed to be like a sign of honor, and so him throwing a fight is a little bit dishonorable. Yeah. So Butch was just like, nah, dude, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna win this fight. I'm gonna get the money. Get the fuck out.
He wants to keep going until that's it for him.
Yeah,
It's like his father. That's why the watch is important. Because he needs to have a kid to give the watch to. And he needs to continue.
yeah. As long as he shoves it up his ass too, like that.
I feel like you don't have to do all that. I'm a man of tradition, but
That story was insane. Like he had me in the first half. I'm like, damn, this guy's a war hero.
yeah, you're like moved, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah, you know how he had to put this up his ass for 2 years, and then he died of dysentery. So I had to take it out of his ass and put it up my ass for 2 years. What the fuck?
Insane.
that's an awful way to go.
Which the whole thing with Pulp movies is they want to be more shocking.
Yeah.
No, okay.
So that's why we even get to the pawn shop. The most random scene in the movie.
That is the craziest.
They get kidnapped by this pawn shop owner. He has like a torture dungeon down there with a gimp. He was like, the only people killing people in my pawn shop is me and Zed. And I was just like, wait, what?
Definitely a twist. And I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No.
Holy shit. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know. Because usually, like, when I watch, like, I don't know, any type of movies, like especially like a scary movie or something, right? You're like, oh, would I survive in that situation? Or like, would I be scared? Whatever. So, you know, like, you get kidnapped, whatever, like, okay, that's crazy. But then you get there, and you're like, man, I'm not scared of shit. You can't do shit to me. And then all of a sudden that happens, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm scared. Like, I'm terrified.
With the gimp laughing at you.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what?
Dude, fuck that gimp.
That whole scene was crazy because I was just like, oh man, they're clearly racist. They're gonna target the black guy. You know, that's what my mind was going.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know, mini, mini, mighty mo, who are we gonna take in the back room? And they pull the black guy out. I'm like, oh shit, dude, they're gonna torture him. They're gonna feed his ass.
Yeah.
Which I hear moaning. What the fuck are they doing, bro?
Yeah.
And you just, nah. What is this movie?
You didn't have to make the sounds.
What is this movie?
Yeah, that was like, okay, we can stop right here. We didn't.
Which it's insane that they were doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo for that shit. And they were doing the longest version too. Mixing the comedy with the horror with that part.
For sure.
Stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, I love the part when he's like leaving, he's coming back, and he's like, I gotta grab a weapon. And he just goes through like 6 weapons.
Yo, and you can hear him in the back.
Yeah,
He's
like, bro,
moaning the entire
you need to fucking do something.
Help,
like,
hey,
now.
Help! He's late!
Yeah.
This hammer, ooh, a chainsaw, ooh. Nah, the sword. I was like, that was the right choice though.
Yeah, no, that would be my choice.
Bro, he let him get 20 pumps in before he found a fucking weapon. Holy shit. I would have been pissed.
Yeah. I mean, at least he went back, because
Yeah,
he
you say
could have
so.
just not.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
That just shows the type of dude he's honorable.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good thing that you bring that up because I feel like that's that symbolism again. It's the sense of honor because he could have left.
Yeah.
100%. This is the guy that's after his own blood.
Yep.
But instead, he decides to hang back and help him.
Because it's fucked up. like, you gotta stop that. Like, if you can, you gotta stop that. Like,
And then
That's crazy.
the second thing is that I do appreciate that when he did go through the weapons, his choice of weapon was a samurai sword, which is a sense of honor. Now, he could have gotten that a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Like 20 pumps ago. That's fine.
He was taking his time, he was.
Holy hell. But plus the samurai sword was kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie.
always.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
The way he killed the dude from behind, I was like, okay, yeah, I know what you're doing.
Yeah. That's like,
Insane. The boss is never gonna be the same.
no. He's not talking about it ever either.
Nah,
He's
dude.
just gonna be like, I need therapy one day. And they're gonna be like, why? He's gonna be like, I don't want to talk about it, but I need therapy. Like, yeah.
He said, we will never talk about this again. This is between you, me, and this dude who I'm about to fuck up. And he said, get your ass out of town.
I would have been gone. Oh, he did just immediately go.
Yeah, he did. He got
He get from that night though, so he just took his time with it. But he was like, "We gotta go now."
Oh my! The scene when they're like escaping and Fabienne is upstairs, and she just kept asking questions. I was getting irate. I'm like, "Yo, girl, get on the goddamn chopper! What are you doing? Please!"
That's her character, man. She likes delaying stuff. Like when he was freaking about his watching, it's like, "Did you remember to grab it?" And she was like, "I think so."
Yeah. It's like, bro, like, what are you doing?
What does that mean?
Like, yo, man. Yeah. Your job is to give that anxiety, and goddamn do you do it. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
Wild in this.
Did you get the blueberry pancakes? No, I got buttermilk. I was pissed. That was me. I get you on the goddamn motorcycle. We can talk about this.
Like,
Like,
nothing can be good, I guess.
you know what? It's fine.
it's fine. It's fine.
I don't even care anymore.
Fucking is. Get your fucking blueberries.
Did you guys like the layering of the story?
It was confusing at first, but once you get towards the end, it all comes together, and I do like it. And I feel like you would have a greater appreciation for that type of storytelling your second watch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
The more you watch it, the more details you see.
Mm-hmm. You can catch stuff that you're like, oh, okay, I see. So I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I do like when the movies kind of keep you guessing. And like, because if they just like tell you straight up like, oh, it went like this and this and this, like it could be a good story, but you have to have that like mystery.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about Jules yet, right? So we'll probably transition to Jules.
Let's talk about Jules. Let's talk.
Okay, and once we transition into Jules, like,
We just did.
okay, all right.
That is a transition.
Jules' story, which happens towards the end, is what brings the entire movie together because they fill in the gaps where the audience is missing information, right? And this is where the theme of redemption is very blatant. Like you see that this is the main theme of the film, and it's beautifully done.
It's really nice. I like how we loop back with the beginning and the end with the robbers. How did you guys feel about the robbers?
I thought it was like Bonnie and Clyde vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I liked it. I was like, okay. Except they were, like crazy.
Yeah, Bunny was wild.
Yeah.
She was not calm 1 second. She was freaking out.
Nah, yeah. Which is like, if you're in like, would that be your partner of choice?
No,
It's like,
no, she's a spaz.
yeah, but she's like, she's a wild card. So you could be like, hey, you better, follow these orders. I don't know what she's gonna do.
That's fair.
So it's kind of good, but
She strikes me as that person that would do the same thing Vincent did earlier, where she might accidentally shoot the dude in the back.
but that's why you gotta have that like that control. That's why the dude was there. That's why he was like, hey, honey, you need to calm down. And then she's like, calm down. And he's like, yeah, calm down, or I'm dead. Like, yeah. Which was like, ooh.
She was freaking out. I mean, she might have been freaking out more because she had to pee.
I forgot about that.
That's fair.
I forgot about that. What do you want right now?
She's like, let's hurry this up.
Yeah. I don't know. In that situation, I'd probably just piss yourself. Like I mean,
Dress?
No, I don't think you could do that.
On a dress, dude? Like, bro, it's gonna hit the counter. It's insane.
Wait, what? How would you feel if your robber peed?
This is a Quentin Tarantino film. We only talk about feet, not piss, all right? Yeah. we gotta move on.
Damn it, I actually didn't even want that answer.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like how Jules was in the situation. He was calm, collected, and I like that he's always that type of partner with Vincent because Vincent was about to fuck that robbery up. He was like,
I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
he was gonna shoot that girl. The girl was gonna shoot Jules. That would have probably been the end of Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how Jules doesn't end the movie that much, so you're like, he could die at some point because we saw Vincent die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But glad he didn't.
No.
Also, funny as hell that he let the robbers get away with half of the entire restaurant's wallets. And
Yeah, I would have been pissed. I was like, can I not get mine back?
should have been on this side with this dude. What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, he's not a hero, so.
Yeah, he's not.
He was like, I just want mine back, and then
He gave him the money out of it too.
yeah, I mean, so he still got robbed technically. He saved their lives. Would you rather have your life or your wallet?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just said, look, just put $500 back in the wallet. You keep the 1,000 and there you go. You made a decent deal. Now get the fuck out.
You're gonna bargain with your life.
But I guess the briefcase, if they would have brought that back, they probably would have. You would have bargained.
So I was just saying. So, how much is it worth to you? What? Just take it. just take it. I feel you though. I mean, because you got bargaining chips. So I feel you. It's a tight situation. But
Yeah, and they have the briefcase. So maybe if they bring that back, they're wealthy.
yeah, that's true.
Jules always has control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fuck them up.
That was another scene in which, they showed that. And he said his Ezekiel quote again. He said it again.
He did. And he said he liked saying it because it was badass.
Yeah.
He misquoted it.
How many times you practice that at home? Probably.
So many.
Like
Probably every morning.
like in front of the mirror. Like, all right, today's the day. I'm using this quote. Like
He's remembering it in his head before he shows up. He's like, okay, I got this. So overall, what did you guys like about the movie?
The craziness. I liked the vibes that it had. Like overall, like it captured like just like scene by scene. Like it did pretty good. Like with the restaurant, like when they're dancing and everything. Like you can tell. Like okay, this is like good like retro vibes and whatever. And when he's driving, like I said, like everything was just pretty good. Like yeah.
It's shot really well.
Yeah.
I don't think he wastes any dialogue or any like frames.
No.
Like the scene ends when it needs to end.
Yeah. There's like no unnecessary like filler stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the pop culture references. If you aren't paying attention to what's happening in the foreground, there's a lot of stuff in the background that's happening that's pretty interesting. One of the things that came up is the diner scene where there was a competition of them dancing, and the winner gets the trophy. Well, if you listened to the background, like the radio, they didn't win. They stole the trophy. And they're talking...
I didn't even hear that. I didn't even notice that.
They're talking about how, like, the trophy is missing. Like, it was supposed to go to somebody else. It's like little stuff like that that's happening in the background that, like, kind of fleshes it up.
Yeah.
But definitely the storytelling, how fractured it was, but it eventually came all together. The deep theme of redemption and how all three characters have their own... how they go down that path, right? Jules, he sees this entire interaction with the college students as like, okay, I need to step away from this business. And as a result, he lives. Whereas Vincent, he completely ignores it 3 times and it eventually leads to the end of his life. And then Bruce, I am struggling with that one, bro. I just think of Marcellus and I'm like, I don't know where redemption is for that, I guess. I don't...
Therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy. Yeah. No.
Keep on hold that watch. I hope they get that deep clean.
For real.
It means a lot to him, man. It means a lot to him.
All right, so how high would you guys get for this based off bong rips?
Your first time watching it, 1 to 2.
Okay.
Every time afterward, 3, 4, maybe 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 5, just because I think you should be on the same level as Vincent when he's in the car ride. You have to be in sync with that.
Wait, which car ride?
The chill one. No, you do too much. You're gonna be in the second car ride where you're like, oh my god, what do we do? And you don't want to be there. That's too much. Maybe spaced throughout the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. I love this movie. It's a classic.
Definitely.
Please, if you never watched this, watch it. If you haven't watched it twice, watch it again.
Yeah, and if you're not watching it because people keep telling you to watch it, I'm telling you just watch it.
Yeah.
This was my first time watching it. I got roasted for years for being that guy that has not seen it. So fuck it. I watched it this time, and it was definitely worth it. 100%.
I forced them to watch it.
And it was worth it. Yeah. So just watch it. If you haven't watched it.
Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.
All right.